city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls. Here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 match. First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
On the first snap, here's Mayfield.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Mayfield to throw on the first play.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Dalton.
That's out to the flat for Ingram.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 35 on second down, Mayfield got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mayfield on play action. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Going right back to Akers.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Mayfield.
Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Kamara try the right side. And he's got some space here.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The Saints at 4-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And out of the air, Dalton.
Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Looks with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Take it in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Throwing, Dalton. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you...
Now Mayfield lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Throwing, Mayfield. Pass incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield eluding the pressure right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Play action here with Dalton. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're able to... this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So Dalton now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson, 28 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watch.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Down to about the 22 here.
108 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Dalton to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball. Getting ready to give the final speech before the goal.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, LA.
Van Jefferson.
69 yards.
And the Rams get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6.
There's Chris Olave.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Dalton now to pass. He'll buy some time right. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Mayfield off the play fake. They'll roll him out right.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go again here with Akers.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. Going up top for Kupp. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Fourth down, Mayfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Justin Evans. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about...
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards that time.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Dalton, 1st and 10. On the check down, he finds Kamara.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. And now here is another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Good game, bro. Good game.
Now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be